The cure for writer's block is here, and all you need is a small notebook like this one. If you've ever wondered how to shift into creative mode so that you can write your stories, this one's for you. I'm Nicole, and I'm an award-winning essayist and writing coach, and I help writers craft their best work so they can share it with the world. Today, we're going to talk about 7 ways that are going to help you shift into the creative part of your brain so that writing is easier and more fun. As a writer and artist, I've been a little bit obsessed with the creative process for a long time. If you're just trying to start to figure out your own creative process, there's just one rule, and that is to trust it. Trust your story, trust the subconscious, trust the process. Try to stay open and receptive and to not judge. If you've ever witnessed how a medium works, the process is very similar. They are there just to catch information. They might have a line or an image or a phrase or a symbol they have to decode and try to figure out. It's a very impressionistic way of working. But everyone always says the hardest part of writing is just getting through a draft. So if you are able to be receptive to these inspirations as they come to you, you're going to be a step ahead. You're at least going to have some material to work with, so you won't just be starting out staring at a blank page. I promise what comes up from your subconscious is going to be powerful stuff. These are images and insights that you're not just going to be able to write your way towards stumbling through a draft. All right, here are 7 ways to get you into receptive, creative mode. The first way is to meditate. I'm not saying you have to have a regular practice every day. I'm just saying that it's going to really help you to take moments of mindful breaks. I'll stop, take a breath, close my eyes, put my pen down, and listen, and wait for that next sentence to come. It's a really great way of working, especially if you've been in a bit of a slow slump. It's a very patient, gentle way of encouraging your writing to continue to flow. The second way is to engage with art. You constantly want to be feeding your creative brain with images and colors and sounds and melodies and impressions that it's going to be working with so that it can synthesize all of this visual and sensory information and give it back to you when you need it for your writing. So sit down with a book from the library or go to a gallery, take in some live music, or really immerse yourself listening to music with headphones on. That is one of my favorite ways to get quiet and calm and become a part of someone else's art while filling my own well and encouraging my own writing process. Number 3 is to pay attention to your dreams. There is so much interesting information in your dreams, and dreams really speak the language of symbol and metaphor, just like powerful writing does. I find writing my dreams down as soon as I remember them is like training a muscle. I have a better recall now because I've been writing my dreams down for a long time. And it's really interesting because I keep journals to go back as a memoir writer, read back into a certain period of my life and see the kinds of dreams I was having, because that material can now become a part of the story that I'm writing now. Number 4 is to get outside and go for a walk. There seems to be something about movement, about moving your body, that actually helps move your creative process and your writing along. I always bring my notebook because you never know what you're going to encounter or what's going to come up in your mind that you might want to write down. Sometimes when I'm on a walk, I even will see something seemingly, something out of the ordinary or even very ordinary, but I can see an image there or some kind of a metaphor that is so striking that I never would have come up with on my own. And it's going to fill a spot in my piece that needed something. So be open to those random encounters and those sights and sounds and smells when you're out for a walk. Number 5 is to spend some time in nature. Find your happy place. Is it a favorite beach or a forest or a community garden, somewhere where you can just close your eyes and get quiet and be present and not let in a lot of input, not slam yourself with impressions that you might end up using for your writing. It's really the opposite, just bringing a sense of calm and quiet and silence for a little while to rest your mind, rest your body, so that you can be re-energized and open again to and receptive to your creativity. Number 6 is to stay open to chance encounters. You never know when you might find some inspiration just in your day. So that old song on the radio you haven't heard for a long time, or a strange animal turning up in your yard, or there's a stranger at the door ringing your doorbell. All of that stuff can become inspiration for a new story, or might become a part of your story while you're in the process if you just keep your antenna up. The last one, number 7, is to use your hands. So I really like crafting, sewing, cooking, chopping vegetables, making things. Those activities really get me into the zone where I lose track of time and allow me to make that shift into daydreaming that's so important to creative work. So you're doing something productive, you're doing something creative by making something, but you're also shifting into that part of your brain where good ideas can start brewing and come up to the surface. I can't wait to find out which of these 7 ideas you're going to try first, so please let me know in the comments. And if now that you know how to shift into creative mode and start generating all of that great raw material for your stories, you want to know the next step, I can't wait to share my next video with you when I show you my 3-stage drafting process. So be sure to tune in.